Hi guys, how are you? Nicola here. I just wanted to make a video about body, mind, spirit connection. So I was just writing an email and it was about how I have struggled with mental illness in the past and how, or sometimes it still comes back to bite me on the bum when I'm not doing my self-care routine and really being true to myself. So I find that my mental illness really flares up when I'm not in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing and what my soul wants and living my purpose-led life. When I am operating from my ego and scarcity mindset and thinking mind and operating too much in my head, then my mental illness definitely flares back up again, and yeah, everything just kind of goes to shit. So I wanted to make this video because I actually first got into spirituality and different spiritual practices through yoga philosophy, and it was this one part of yoga philosophy which actually really changed my thinking from being in that depressive state and very anxious and caught up in my own head and all of those things, to being a very vibrant, I was vibrant before, but it was forced rather than being natural, living in alignment now and being very energetically focused and very at peace with myself, which is really amazing after so many years of being mentally unwell. So I about a year ago now, I actually enrolled in this yoga course, which was yoga teacher training, but I never actually did the teacher training because I didn't feel like that aligned with me anymore. So I stopped doing that, but I actually finished the yoga philosophy part of it. And something which really resonated with me was the body, mind, spirit connection. So basically, yoga philosophy says that you have the body, the mind, and the spirit, which we already know because Western society kind of talks about that now as well. And it talks about how the three of them are separate, especially in Western society. And in yoga philosophy, we say that they're actually interconnected as well, which in Western society we're now coming to realize as well. So we're definitely becoming more holistic in our understanding and experiences, which I think is really, really amazing, because these spiritual and holistic and alternative health remedies and practices and techniques and tools are, I personally think they're more powerful than Western medicine. I find Western medicine is very one-dimensional, and I find that it doesn't look at the body, mind, and spirit as a whole. It looks at just the body, just the mind, and the spirit doesn't even come into the equation, which I think is a massive oversight. That's just my personal opinion. But I got into spirituality through this concept of the body, mind, and spirit all intertwining and interconnecting and working together. So I just wanted to share this with you, exactly what I mean by this. So first of all, you have your physical body, which in yoga we talk about it being just a vessel that you exist in on this earth. So it's just a physical framework for you to exist in. Then you have your soul or your spirit, which is the intuitive guidance that you receive. It is your purpose, it is your light, it is your energy, it is basically the thing that guides you through your life. And then you have your thinking mind, which is like the crazy cousin that wants to overanalyze everything. It's very egocentric, it's very it just likes to be in control, basically. And that I find when we're operating too much in our thinking mind, our overthinking mind, I like to call it, that is when the things start to become out of alignment, because our mind wants to keep us safe. It wants to hide us from things that scare us, hide us from new things, and keep us in our comfort zone, which is incredibly boring, incredibly unfulfilling, and can just be totally just not a good thing for your whole life, because you will never change if you stay in your comfort zone and operate from fear. So the fact that we consider them all separate but also they intertwine is really powerful, because if you're just thinking about them separately, then you're going to try and do all these things just to cure your mind without thinking about the body or the spirit. You're going to try and fix your body without thinking about how your mentality and your soul is affecting your physical body. So I'm a massage therapist as well, and a lot of physical ailments are actually caused from stress or mental ailments. So if you're really stressed, your muscles tighten up. If you are digesting some crazy emotions, it can show up in your physical body. So they are very much intertwined. And I think that looking at them separately is just not enough. It's not enough. So you've got to look at the three of them as intertwining, and you've got to think about what role each of those three components plays in the way that you are living your life. So, something that my amazing yoga teacher actually said to me was that what goes on in your mind is not true, it's not reality, it is definitely not a real thing. It is just thoughts. And those thoughts do not have to impact the way that you go about your life, the way that you physically show up in the world, and the way that your soul feels, and the way that you act on your intuition or your guidance. So this actually turned my whole life around, really, just this one concept, because number one, it introduced me to spirituality, and I think that this yoga philosophy, the body mind spirit connection, really shows up in a lot of different spiritual practices. And I think it's just a very basic philosophy that just really, really embodies so much of what we're all trying to achieve. We're trying to achieve this connection and this balance between all three. And some of us just don't even know where to start, especially if you haven't experienced alternative, holistic, or spiritual health or that realm before. So the fact that what goes on in your head does not have to affect the way that you live your life. They're just thoughts, and that everything that you experience, you're experiencing through your eyes. You're experiencing through the way that you think, the way that you perceive, your beliefs, your point of view, everything. So not everything that you experience is actual reality, or it's not actual truth. And that was something that I found really profound, because at the time I was having a lot of difficulty with my family, and I could not understand why they didn't understand where I was coming from, and they were obviously doing the same. And that is because we were all so caught up in our egocentric thoughts and mindset, and coming from a place of fear of the other people not understanding, or not understanding probably is the best word there, not understanding our point of view. And we wanted each other to see our point of view because we believed that we were right, which now that I'm saying it, I'm like, oh my God, that is so much ego in that, and so much fear. And that is just not a way to live. So it's really important that you tune into your soul, you tune into what feels good, what feels right in your body and in you and your being, and get out of that thinking mind, and know that the thoughts that go on in your mind do not have to shape your reality. Now, I'm just kind of doing this video because I know that this was a massive introduction into the spiritual world for me, and I know that once I learned this and dived into it like head first, and really I just kept diving in because I was like, well, there's so much to learn and so much amazing stuff in there, that it just doesn't stop. Because once you start learning about this stuff, all you want to do is be a better person and make yourself better, and try and reduce those egoic thoughts, and really listen to your soul and your intuition and what you're supposed to be doing, your life's purpose. And I think once you start to tune into that, really all the other spiritual stuff that you need will come to you. And especially I'm going to be going into more different techniques and tools and different thought processes and stuff like that will really help you. So I just wanted to share that with you today. I hope that you're all well, and I will see you guys soon.